Well, this is a combination of, don't eat shit like this. And also don't use Apple products like I did. I did a sound test literally before recording this to make sure this shitty headset still worked. And then I recorded this entire 25-minute video. No fucking sound. So this is the Death Nut Challenge. I'm here talking about how I'm about to eat this shit and what's in it. And I was also probably explaining the fucking safety precautions I was taking with this. Yeah, it's really important to not physically handle this shit with your hands and don't touch your face and wash shit out of your hands after you touch this shit. So here's me opening it, and I'm having to try to remember after eating all this shit and burning myself alive, like what's in it. And I think right at this point I pulled out the card, and the card is saying shit about like exactly how to eat this. So I'm explaining like what's in it. So there's a lot of Carolina Reaper peppers, and then there's some ghost peppers and some crazy shit like it's called like a pot brain stem pepper. Yeah, so and here I'm explaining the challenge, and the challenge is telling you like don't have any water. But also here's the safety shit. So I did wear gloves for this. Like fucking yeah, definitely wear gloves. And also, it was saying, like, in order to do the challenge, you have to, like, chew it all for 15 seconds, and it's like, fuck off. And it's also saying, don't drink milk, and I'm like, fuck off. There's the milk right there. Believe me, you will save yourself a lot of pain and a lot of heartache if you have milk on hand. And I made it through quite a bit of it without ever drinking more than, like, a sip or two. It didn't really get bad until later on. Yeah, it was definitely saying shit like, oh, and the final challenge is, like, eat the death nut and then drink nothing and like chew it for like 5 minutes or some dumb shit, which is just outrageous. So here's the part where I'm about to actually pull out the box and I'm showing what's in it. And I'm reading, and it's got like these chocolate gelakia peppers and shit in like the earlier ones. It was no big deal. I'm just having a smoke here afterwards after I like recovered. You're about to see some serious fucking pain. So here I am pulling on the gloves, probably making a proctologist joke or like, turn your head and cough, or going to check you for hernias. It's gay shit. So I think I'm opening the first one here. The first one was ghost peppers and the chocolate gelakia peppers. And I ate those, and those literally just tasted like Honey Nut Cheerios. Like, I'm pretty sure the peppers were like the pepper powder that was on the peppers was binded with like honey or some kind of sweet glaze. So I'm going, these taste good. I'm like, yeah, like I would just eat a bowl of these. Step one is no big deal. Yeah, dude, and Carolina Reapers are kind of a meme pepper. They are not any particularly hotter than ghost peppers, in my opinion. Maybe a little. They don't taste quite as good. Scoville units are a meme. They are bullshit. They don't really mean anything. How hot something is has to do with what form it's in. How badly is it concentrated? But I ate every one of Step 1's peanuts. There was like 3 or 4 of them. And I was like, oh, those just taste pretty good. Yeah, and they made me start salivating. You can see me swallow a bunch. So in watching this, you're going to see me not like blowing my nose a whole bunch. Thank God. This is the Carolina Reapers and Ghost Peppers Step 2 that I'm eating right now. And I'm just chowing down on these. I'm like, oh, yeah, these are good. And you can see a little wince there. Little bit hotter. Just a teeny tiny bit. Teeny tiny bit. But yeah, I'm no selling these big time. I'm like, yeah, these are not bad. Just take that pedigree and stand right up like Ultimate Warrior versus Triple H. No big fucking deal. And I'm wondering if this challenge is going to be even that bad at this point. I ate every last one of Step 2's, which were, I think, the ghost pepper ones. Now, I want to say Step 3 was the pot brain stem fuckers. Yeah, see, just a little bit of swallow spit, no milk yet. Not stressing these at all. No pain or discomfort. And I think we're on Step 3 right now. So I'm looking around, seeing how that tastes. Frowning a little bit more, you can immediately see that the eyes are glistening. And I go, oh yeah, there it is. There it is, now I feel it. A little chew, more frowning. See the furrows in the brow. See the sweat begin to perspire under the eyes. Ooh, yep. I'm like, yep, there it is. There it is. Oh, yeah, these are kind of bad, I said. I don't know what the fuck a pot brain stem pepper is, but those have some bite. And so, oh wait, no, was that all the step 2 that I only ate? Or no, I think I'm working on step 3. So that's going to be the pain in the ass about narrating this. It's because it's going to be like, oh, like I don't remember 100% how I felt at this time. And just, yeah, but there's the wince, there's the woo. Woo! Yeah, that's step 3. That's pot brain stems. And those bite. You can see the sweat begin. Lips begin to swell. Eyes are watering way worse. Nose is running probably. Tongue moving in the mouth. There's the first sip of milk. Just a sip. And believe you me, folks, this might be less entertaining not to have live narration, but you're gonna see some hilarious like, oh, I'm having a bad day stuff. You're gonna see me dip off screen. This is the first time I blew my nose, so you're gonna be able to go without the loud noises, the elephant calls of me blowing my nose at least. There will be a lot of nose blowing before we are through. Nose blowing and death nuts. Takes me a little while, I think, because there's like more peanuts in some steps than others. Yeah. There's me trying to rationalize the feeling, saying, oh, I feel that. That was the first time I was actually feeling like serious heat. I think I was talking about how the challenge says not to do shit. There's me blowing my nose. As you can see, you come back, immediately the face is way more red. Like it's piling on now. We're eating another one. And I do believe I ate all of step 3. So we're talking about like what's in shit right now. And I think we're saying we're moving on to the step 4 peppers, which were way worse. And you see me dribbling some milk and shit because I'm trying to talk and eat. Reaching around for ice cube. Oh yeah, we're going to deep throat that ice cube. Spit it right into the milk. Drink it right back down like a champ. Got milk? Oh yeah. And we're not even halfway through right now. That's the fucking sad thing about this entire process. We're about halfway through. Now we're reading what's coming next. I have to go get out that fucking package to see what the fuck came next. But I'm already hurting. Was that step 4 already that I ate? Because, yeah, I'm cussing. You can just read my lips right there like, fuck. Yeah, so these, I believe, are the step 4 guys. So step 4 was the pain sets in with the pot Douglah peppers. And if I'm correct about that, the pot Douglahs were significantly worse than every step before it combined. Step 4, the pain sets in. Said 2 Carolina Reapers and 7 pot Douglah peppers. Step 4, I did not eat all the peppers, or all the peanuts, I mean, because there was a lot of them. And as you can see, eyes are turning red, lips are turning red, mouth is salivating big time. The discomfort is setting in. We're looking around for the Kleenex box again. Off camera, blowing the nose, which, by the way, shit, I could do right now. God damn, dude. My nose is watering just fucking looking at this shit. There's the pain. So here's the... And I'm recording this like 15 minutes after doing all this shit. That is the power of milk. Carolina Reapers, ghost peppers, and probably the pot Douglah peppers can be neutralized with milk. You're going to see... coming up, though, why the death nut, the titular death nut, is so much worse, because the death nut has a certain kind of thing in it, which is so much worse. Now, I'm cussing right now, and I forget if I'm cussing because I've eaten step 4 or step 5. Yep. Just drool that milk all over your face. Oh, look at him. He's about to cry. Gonna cry? Oh, Big Me ain't gonna cry. We're almost out of milk here. That's not good. And I think I'm starting to talk about how this is starting to cause physical pain in my nose. My nose will not stop watering. I see the wincing going on. That fucking fold in my left eye, and I'm just going like, ow. Now, I think I must have got into step 5 right now, because step 5 is where it caused physical pain. So I think the first thing I got a piece of was the Moruga scorpion pepper. And just immediately, I'm just going, well, this doesn't even burn. It doesn't even burn. It just causes physical pain. So I'm describing like, dude, it feels like I just chewed some fucking glass. It feels like somebody just like lined a belt with sandpaper and just beat my fucking tongue like an unruly black child. Just spanked the shit out of him. And like, oh, I'm hurting. Tongue is starting to swell up. Roof of my mouth feels like somebody stabbed it. And oh, just look at the tears. Look at the tears. Spit out that ice cube. Spit their swallows. Who's a champion? Oh yeah. Yeah, now we're hurting. Somewhere right around here, I start blowing my nose repeatedly. So I forget if I had bitten into, because I know I got a Moruga scorpion nut. I did not eat all 5 of the death nuts. But I had the Moruga scorpion, and then I got into the 13 million Scoville capsaicin crystals. Yeah, okay, so here, you're going to laugh. There's a little intermission for about 2 minutes. I had to run off and refill my milk. I had to get a paper towel because I was just drooling milk like a fucking retard all over the place. Like the kid at special ed who fucks around with the carton in elementary school. It's just, oh. And I'm just hurrying because, whoa, Kimosabe, dead air. Dead air. And back in the IBS days, a little throwback. And you're just staring at an empty room as I'm hauling ass to the kitchen. And I'm just completely refilling my glass of milk, wiping my brow and shit, and getting like a whole paper towel out and some extra Kleenexes because I think I emptied the box out in here. All right, so you're gonna hear me cussing as I come back into the room in about 5 seconds. Here it is. And oh, look at all the sweat around the eyes. My tongue just keeps like moving around in my mouth. I can't feel my tongue. And I'm saying right now, dude, it just feels like I just chewed glass. I said something along the lines of like, it feels like my tongue looked at a white woman in 1930s Savannah, Georgia, and just got chained up behind a fucking Chevy pickup truck and dragged down a dirt road full of gravel and broken glass. It's just bad. Oh, I can feel the pain. At this point, even though I drank a bunch of milk, part of the importance of drinking milk in this kind of process is, even if you're a tough guy and you can handle it, you can handle the heat in your mouth, if you don't have some neutralizing agent, you're going to need the milk to keep the spice from inflaming the line of your stomach and your intestines. You can give yourself such bad physical pain, you'll go to the hospital fucking around with this shit. Like I have drank some, like a tablespoon and a half, I got a video of it somewhere, of concentrated ghost pepper hot sauce. It's called the Second Dimension hottest sauce in the universe. And I could eat that shit like a champion. But once it hit the lining of my stomach and I hadn't eaten beforehand, like I had a big ass sandwich before I ate this shit. That's part of what I'm talking about right now. If you don't have a full stomach and you're not drinking a neutralizing agent, you're going to hurt really badly. Like your stomach is going to feel like somebody just fucking tried to fucking beat the shit out of you. Like they tried to abort an unwanted child by kicking you down the stairs. And the reason why I'm going at this milk so bad and crying and cussing and looking distressed is because the last nut that I ate that made me quit was definitely the capsaicin crystal one. Now, the interesting thing about the capsaicin crystal one is capsaicin is the active ingredient in jalapenos. Oh, look at me suffering. Look at me just crying. I'm just going, ow, this is physically painful. Just look at this. Gonna cry. Oh, big man gonna cry. Yeah, big man cried a little bit. Capsaicin is the active ingredient in jalapenos. They're not that hot. However, the levels, and that's what I'm talking about around here, the levels of everything has to do with concentration. Believe it or not, no matter how concentrated it is, hot sauce is easier to handle because it's in liquid form and you can get it out of your mouth and neutralize it in your stomach faster because it's in liquid form. The second worst thing is what I'm dealing with right now, which is concentrated powders. Powders are way harder to get out of your mouth. Way fucking harder. You got to keep drinking, keep salivating, spit, blow your nose, do whatever you have to. Oh, he's still crying. He's still suffering. Oh, you big baby. And the worst, by far, is eating the raw pepper. I would place trying to eat 5 raw habaneros, which is a medium-ish pepper, over this entire challenge just because it's raw with the juices and the seeds. And just straight pepper juice doesn't break up with water or even milk very easily. It stays in your saliva, it stays in your mouth, and it cooks you no matter how much you try to liquid transfer. As you can see, I'm starting to suffer less here. I'm crying less because I had a whole bunch of milk. I've been swallowing and swallowing and swallowing some more. Like a champion, we don't spit in this household. And once I had 2 glasses of milk and some ice, I'm doing way better. And like right now, I'm only about 20-something minutes removed from this video, and I'm completely fine because I know what I'm doing with this shit. But you know what I'm going to do just for shits and giggles? You're only going to get the audio only of this. And part of what I'm promising to do here at the end of this video is to not have another one. But just because I feel like I was robbed and you were all robbed by having no audio here, I'm about to grab one more of the 2 remaining death nuts. Now, either I'm going to get a Carolina Reaper, which is no big deal, a Moruga Scorpion, which is pretty bad, or there's going to be the Capsaicin Crystal one. And I think there was only one Capsaicin Crystal one, and that's the one that made me quit. What I'm talking so much right now is because I'm considering eating another one during this video, and I didn't do it because I knew I got the Capsaicin Crystal one. And part of the reason why, even though it's just the active ingredient in a jalapeno, it was the worst one by a million miles, is because the level of concentration is outrageous. It's like eating a Sour Patch candy or a Warhead. You know how you get that powderized citric acid or whatever it is that makes it so fucking sour. You can start to experience physical pain. Not sour or hot, but physical pain, just because of the level of concentration. So here I got one more of the death nuts. I'm just going to chew that. You hear the crunch while I'm talking to you. That one might be a Carolina Reaper because it doesn't burn. Yeah, so I'm chewing that bad boy right now. No. Oh no, there's Moruga Scorpion in this. Yeah, so I'm glad on camera I ate the Capsaicin Crystal one, because that one was horrible. I hear that salivating sound. You got a lot more of that in the video. You're going to be glad I'm narrating this instead. Oh, because there's a lot of salivating and lip smacking. Smack, smack. I'm a big snood. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. That is so hot. Yeah. You're listening to me talk and feeling better in the video. Meanwhile, I'm over here with no liquids. I just ate the 4th death nut. Oh, on the fucking commentary track. And it hurts, dude. It hurts bad. Oh, it hurts bad, dude. Whew. I have to go in for more milk after this shit. Dude, I will tell you. The first 3 of these, on that list there, are not that bad. The step 5 ones hurt so bad. They hurt physically, dude. It's not even hot. It hurts. Oh, I'm crying again. I believe I can die. I believe baby gonna cry. I ate a Moruga scorpion peanut. And it feels like God fucked my butt. I believe I can show. You shouldn't eat these fucking things. Oh, I can't even sing anymore, dude. Oh, God. Oh, God. So, yeah, well, I can cut off the last 3 minutes of me talking on this video because, it's going to hear me go running off back to the kitchen right now. I'm picking up the iPad. I'm walking back to the kitchen for another tall glass of milk. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Anyway. Yeah, so at least I ate the worst one on camera. Because, oh, dude, every last one of the ones in that last package are just murder. Like, physically painful. Yeah, I'm going to let this one sit in a little bit so I can experience it. But yeah, the Moruga scorpions, way worse than the pot brain stems. Pot brain stems worse than everything before it. Oh God, what do you call them? The pot Douglah peppers were about 2 times as bad as the pot brain stems. And then the Moruga scorpion is like, fuck off. I'm like 3 times hotter than step 4 guy. But as bad as this shit is right now, oh God, as bad as this shit is right now, oh God. Nothing was worse than the capsaicin crystal guy. The capsaicin crystal guy is like, fuck off. It's like, oh, you want information from a Taliban guy. You just fucking put one of those in his mouth and say you'll give him milk. He'll give him milk if he talks. Because I think he would. Holy shit, dude. I don't know how much longer I just kept talking about this, but I think I mostly just talked about the importance of safety. Don't handle this shit with your skin. Wash your hands, have milk on hand. I was probably explaining the importance of, like, you will inflame your intestinal lining and the lining of your stomach if you do not eat food and drink milk with this shit. Let's say do not do this challenge the way it says to do it. Do not. You'll hurt yourself. You know, I have a lot of experience with hot sauce, dude. I eat ghost peppers on like 2 meals a day. Dude, I like order Philly cheesesteak, put ghost pepper on that shit. Put that shit in mac and cheese on top of hamburgers. And I have a good old time. And dude, ghost peppers is nothing like the death nuts. So anyway, yeah, basically, don't do what that card tells you to. Don't do any of the shit about, oh, you have to chew it all for 30 seconds and then you can't have any milk for the whole challenge. Like, there's so many peanuts in that bitch. It'll take you 10 minutes to eat them all, at least. And you will be in physical pain, not just from your mouth, but from your stomach. By about halfway through that bitch. See, I just had like a small glass of milk and I'm all right. But I tell you what, dude, that you won't be able to taste shit by the end of it. Anyway, that's it.